You wake up in the morning, and without even thinking, the first thing you do is pick up your phone. Your eyes aren't even fully open yet, but your fingers are already moving across the screen. One notification, then another. One video, then another. And before you even realize it, 5 minutes turn into 30, and 30 minutes turn into an hour. You tell yourself you're just passing time. But the truth is, this isn't just time pass. This is a very deep game being played with your mind. You think you're controlling social media, but in reality, social media is controlling you. Every time you scroll, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. That dopamine makes you feel good. It pulls you back again and again. That's why you keep picking up your phone, even when there's nothing important to check. It works exactly like addiction. The only difference is, you can't see it, but the impact is just as powerful. You tell yourself you can quit any time, but when you actually try, you feel restless. You feel the urge to check your phone again and again. It feels like you're missing something. And that's exactly where addiction begins. And the scariest part is, you don't even realize it. Social media companies understand how your brain works. They design their apps in a way that keeps you hooked for as long as possible. When you scroll, you don't always get something exciting. Sometimes it's boring, sometimes average, and suddenly, something really interesting appears. That unpredictability is what traps you. Your brain keeps thinking, maybe the next one will be better. And because of that hope, you keep scrolling, non-stop, without thinking. Have you ever noticed something? There is no end to social media. You can scroll forever, and the content never runs out. That's not an accident, because if the content ends, you'll close the app. And if you close the app, they lose. So they created infinite scroll, a system where you never reach the end. It's a trap, and you slowly get pulled deeper into it without even realizing it. Over time, this habit starts changing the way you think. Your attention span gets shorter. You can't focus on long tasks anymore, but you can watch short videos for hours. Your brain becomes addicted to instant pleasure. You stop liking waiting. You want everything instantly. And that's why real life starts feeling boring, because real life doesn't give you instant rewards. Then comes something even more dangerous: validation. When someone likes your post or comments on it, you feel good. You feel seen. You feel valued. But slowly, your happiness becomes dependent on other people's approval. Now you're not posting because you enjoy it. You're posting because you want likes. And when you don't get enough, you feel bad. You start doubting yourself. Then there's another trap: fear of missing out. You feel like if you're not online, you're missing something important. A trend, a piece of news, an update. And because of that fear, you keep checking your phone again and again. But the truth is, most of it isn't important at all. Slowly, your mind starts living in a fake world. On social media, everything looks perfect. People look happy, successful. Their lives seem amazing. But what you don't see is that it's just their highlights, not their full reality. Still, you compare your life to theirs. And that comparison slowly weakens you from the inside. The most dangerous part? It all feels normal, because everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone is scrolling. Everyone is chasing likes. Everyone is in the same race. But the truth is, this race has no finish line. The more you run, the more exhausted you feel, and the more empty you become. And here's a truth that might be hard to accept: social media is not free. You're not paying with money. You're paying with something far more valuable: your time, your attention, and slowly, your mental peace. You are the product. Now, the real question is not whether social media is good or bad. The real question is, are you in control, or is it controlling you? If you can't stay away from it even for a single day, if you feel the urge to check your phone every few minutes, then maybe it's time to ask yourself, are you living your life, or slowly getting lost inside a screen? You might still think this is just a small habit, but it's much deeper than that. It's not just consuming your time, it's changing who you are. What you watch every day shapes your thoughts. It shapes your emotions, and eventually, it shapes your identity. If most of your time goes into short, mindless content, your brain adapts to that pattern. You start struggling to think deeply. Sitting alone feels uncomfortable. Being with yourself starts to feel like a burden. There was a time when humans were comfortable with their own minds. They could sit for hours, think, imagine, create. But now, the moment you're alone, you look for distraction. Silence starts to scare you. Because in silence, you face your real thoughts. And maybe you're trying to avoid them. Social media gives you an easy escape, a place where you don't have to feel anything. Just keep scrolling and forget yourself. Over time, it starts affecting your ability to work. You begin something, but within minutes your focus breaks. You tell yourself, let me just check my phone once. And that one time turns into many. Your work stays incomplete. You feel guilty. And to escape that guilt, you go back to scrolling again. It becomes a cycle, a loop that's hard to break. And the irony is, you think you're relaxing. But in reality, your brain is becoming more exhausted. Because it's constantly consuming information without any break. It's like running non-stop, without giving your mind a chance to rest. When your brain gets used to fast, constant stimulation, real life starts feeling slow and boring. Studying feels boring. Work feels boring. Even conversations feel boring, because they don't give instant pleasure. And that's why so many people today struggle with focus, consistency, and interest. But here's something important to understand. Social media itself is not the enemy. It's a tool. The difference is, are you using it, or is it using you? If you use it consciously, it can give you knowledge, opportunities, growth. But if you get lost in it, it slowly drains you. Now the question is, how do you get out of it? Because just knowing the problem isn't enough. You need action. First, understand this. You don't have to quit everything at once. If you try that, your brain will resist, and you'll fall back into the same pattern. Instead, take control slowly. If you check your phone every 10 minutes, stretch it to 30, then to an hour. Give your brain time to adapt. Another powerful step, change your environment. As long as your phone is in your hand, the temptation stays. So when you're doing something important, keep it away. Make it harder to reach. You can also turn off notifications, because every notification is like a trigger, pulling your attention away. Less notifications equals more peace. But the most powerful tool is awareness. Every time you pick up your phone, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it important or just a habit? That one simple question can change everything. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. You'll feel bored, empty. But that's where real change begins. Because in that emptiness, your mind starts healing. Your creativity comes back. You reconnect with yourself. You start enjoying small things again. You start living real life again. And you realize
Real life doesn't exist inside a screen. It exists outside of it. Always remember, your time is the most valuable thing you have. Once it's gone, it never comes back. Social media won't remind you of that, but the truth is, every scroll is a small piece of your life disappearing. Now the choice is yours. You can keep drifting, or you can take control. Pause for a moment and think. If your life continues like this, what will happen? Wake up, check your phone, scroll all day, sleep after one last scroll, and repeat. Days will turn into weeks, weeks into months, months into years. And one day, you'll look back and ask yourself, what did I really do with my life? And you won't have an answer. Just thousands of meaningless videos, thousands of wasted moments, and the hardest truth, you let it happen. But here's the good part. It's not too late. You still have a choice. You can decide today that your time matters, that your mind won't be controlled anymore, that you'll take your life back. The start will be small. It will feel difficult. But every time you control yourself, you become stronger. Remember, if you don't control something, it will control you. And if you don't take action now, this habit will slowly weaken you to a point where you can't escape it. But if you decide today, the same habit that was pulling you down can push you up. Now it's your choice. A life where you are present, focused, and in control, or a life where you hide behind a screen and slowly lose yourself. And if you truly want to change your life, start with one small step. Next time your hand reaches for your phone, stop and ask yourself, is this really necessary? If you ask yourself this every day, your life will start to change. And if this message made you think, don't let it end here. Share it with someone who might be trapped in the same cycle without even realizing it. And if you want to take full control of your mind, your habits, and your life, stay connected. Because here, we don't just talk. We show the truth.